What's up? What's up? What's up, my Mind Your Money business folks? It's me yet again with another video. Late, but another video about the stock market. The stock market news for today. Well, not today, yesterday. Well, yeah, it was today for me, but yesterday for you. Either way. Yeah, I was unable to make the video because I had to get up super early for a meeting. But yeah, here I am now, right? And this is for, the market news for Wednesday, even though it's Thursday here. I'm in the Pacific Ocean, like near Asia. So I'm in a different time zone, right? But either way, so what I wanted to do is just still make a video, even though the day is over, you're asleep, you're not going to see this until the next day. But I wanted to make a video because my goal was to do a video, try to be more consistent doing this. But either way, as always, hopefully you're in the market and not trying to time the market, because that is impossible to do. But the Dow, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq rallied to put records back in sight. So things have surpassed record highs, are close to record highs. The market did very well today and the day before yesterday. Or the day before as well. You know what I mean? Tuesday. Even though it's Thursday. Anyway, U.S. stocks jumped Tuesday. What is today? Give me a second. I know that I did not click on the wrong thing. I'm not talking about Iraq and Iran. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back. So here's the correct news. The Dow, the S&P 500, Nasdaq rally stalls as Nvidia soars to record. I was reading the day previous, I think, article. I don't know. Anyway, remember today's Thursday, and I'm recapping what happened on Wednesday. Well, it's Thursday for me. You get it, right? But either way, it says U.S. stocks wavered on Wednesday as President Trump said the Israel-Iran conflict was effectively over for now, while Fed Chair Jerome Powell stressed the central bank is still studying the effects of Trump's tariffs before deciding on rate cuts. There may not be any rate cuts this year. But either way, the Nasdaq composite climbed about 0.3%, boosted by Nvidia's 4% rise that helped the chip maker secure a record closing price. The S&P 500 flirted with its own all-time highs, but ended the trading day nearly flat, just below its record level. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones Industrial slipped about 0.3%, falling just over 100 points. Yep. So stocks lost steam as Powell testified before the Senate, because he has to meet with the Senate because he pretty much works for them. Anyway, Banking Committee in his second day of congressional testimony. He tangled with Republican senators amid pressure from the GOP side, mostly prominently from Trump himself, to cut rates. Because, if rates are lower, people are able to spend more money, they're able to invest more money, companies can borrow money at a lower rate. So with interest rates being high, it's not good for investors, roughly, or people who don't have a lot of money or assets. So anyway, Fed Chair Jerome Powell emphasized that inflation from tariffs is still an open question, noting the central bank is closely watching upcoming economic data to assess the impact on monetary policy. There will be some inflation from tariffs coming, not yet, but over the course of the coming months, Powell said. Markets responded positively to Powell's prior date testimony, where he hinted that rate cuts could come sooner rather than later. His remarks set the stage for Friday's closely watched release of the Fed's preferred inflation measure, the personal consumption expenditure, coming out report, which investors will scrutinize for clues on the future path of monetary policy. Yeah. Economists expect annual core PCE, that's the personal consumption expenditure, which strips out volatile foods and energy costs, to have ticked up in May compared with April. But scrutiny will also fall on any signs that Trump tariffs push prices higher. Investors are also keeping a close eye on the U.S. brokered Middle East truce, which appears to be holding. There have been no reported strikes between Israel and Iran since Trump lambasted both for breaching an agreement to pause hostilities to give room for diplomacy. Oil prices edged higher on Wednesday as tensions cooled. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So today, well, yesterday for you, or whenever you see this, right? Could be today for you. But on Wednesday, the 25th of June, 2025, Nvidia closed at $154.31. It gained $6.41 today. Yes, it did. That was a big gain for me. That was a big gain for my portfolio today. I was very happy with that. SPLG, my information, well, not my information, but my S&P 500 ETF gained 4 cents today, closing out at $71.63. And it's close to its record high. The highest it's gotten in the last 52 weeks is actually $72.14. Now, if anyone just remember back in April when stocks were taking a dip, like Nvidia, you know what? You got to think about this. Nvidia had gotten down to $98 if I'm not mistaken, at some point, and it's now up to $154. So had you have done what Warren Buffett said to do, buy the dip, you should have some gains, because I know I did. I bought the dip. And Nvidia is now at a market cap of $3.763 trillion. Damn. And Nvidia's, yeah. Anyways, what else? Broadcom gained 88 cents today, closing out at $264.55. Tesla lost $12.92, closing out at $327.55. Palantir lost 33 cents, closing out at $142.90. My Information Technology ETF FTEC gained $1.74 today, closing out at $193.70. Apple gained $1.26 today, closing out at $201.56. Microsoft gained $2.16, closing out at $492.27. Amazon lost 78 cents, closing out at $211.99. Also, my Information Technology ETF is close to its record high. It closed out at $193.70. The highest it's gotten in the last 52 weeks is $194. And if anyone had remember, again, all this when the stocks were taking hits, I believe FTEC had gotten down to $150. So in the last few months, it's gained $40 or close to 40. Look at the gains you would have made had you invested in this ETF. Hopefully you did. Hopefully you bought the dip. All right, so I'm going to end this video here. As always, I say get out of debt. Get out of debt, because you are a slave to the lender when you are in debt. So get out of your personal loan debt. Get out of credit card debt. Get out of student loan debt. Get out of auto loan debt. Get out of any forms of debt. Then once you get out of debt, you put away 3 to 6 months of living expenses. You fund your kids' college fund. You invest up to 15% of your income into your retirement. And if you have a mortgage, then you can start dumping all that money onto your mortgage to pay that off sooner. However, the only way that you can do all of that is by creating a budget. And within your budget is where you're going to start telling your money where to go to pay off these said bills in order to put away 3 to 6 months of living expenses, in order to fund your kids' college fund, in order to invest 15% of your income into your retirement, in order to pay off your mortgage. You do that via a budget. You have to create a plan for your money. When you have no plan, then you're just subject to receive whatever you get in life. And a lot of times when you don't have a plan, the stuff that's just given to us, it's not necessarily what we want. However, when you have total control over your life, you do what you want, get what you want, and give away what you want with no pressure, no stress. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to end this video. So like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Let me know what you think. If you think anything at all. Oh, disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, nor am I pretending to be one. Any and all information on my channel is for entertainment purposes only. So please consult with a financial advisor before you invest any of your hard-earned money. All right, so you guys take care. Peace.